John chapter 4, verses 5 to 6. So, Jesus came to a Samaritan town named Sychar, near the field that Jacob had given to his son Joseph. Jacob's well was there, and Jesus, tired out from his journey, sat down beside the well. It was about midday. John is very careful to note the general location. A Samaritan city called, or town really, called Sychar. And John is careful to note the specific location, Jacob's well, and the specific time, noon, that this interaction is going to follow. Yeah, Letty.
Now, if the people, the Samaritans, were from the line of Jacob, aren't they also Israelites?
That's a great question. What do you all think? Well, it doesn't matter what we think. It matters what the Judean barbarian Israelites thought in the first century. What did they think about the Samaritans? That's a perfect lead into the next part.
They were other class. They were the lower.
Samaritans, Colleen, trace their origin to the ancient kingdom of Israel, the northern kingdom. You recall that the Davidic Solomonic Empire united all 12 tribes. In the southern land of what would become Judea proper, the vicinity of Jerusalem and around that area, and the northern territories, which would be synonymous with Samaria or the kingdom of Israel. After Solomon's reign ended, the kingdom split north and south in 922 BCE. And for 200 years, there existed a kingdom in the north with its own northern traditions and theologies, right? Remember that? In 722 BCE, the Assyrian Empire swept in through the Fertile Crescent from the north into the Levant and destroyed and enslaved the northern kingdom, colonizing it. When the Babylonians then conquered, that's one, Assyrians. When the Babylonians then conquered the Assyrian Empire, they colonized the Assyrian lands, including the northern kingdom, what was left of the northern kingdom. That's two. Then the Persians conquered the Babylonians. That's three. Then the Greeks conquered the Persians. That's four. How many husbands does this woman have? Rome would be 5. How many husbands does she have? 5. Some people have speculated that this woman symbolizes the Samaritan people. This is a highly symbolic story. By the way, did this story, the events of this story, actually happen in the life of Jesus? What do you? Highly, highly, highly unlikely. We'll come back to why that is later. It's a magnificent theological fiction. It's all true. And it does relate to real factual things that did happen to some early Jesus groups that involve Samaritans. Hence the need for a theological, pastoral need for a magnificent theological story about including Samaritans. That touches on what you were asking. But I want you to see that from the perspective of Samaritans, Letty, you're right. They would say we are Israelites. Absolutely. But from the perspective of the Judeans, the Samaritans' Israelite pedigree was bastardized due to intermarriages with Assyrian and subsequent Babylonian and subsequent Persian and blah, blah, blah colonists before Judean exiles, elites were exiled by the Babylonian conquest. So they were a living symbol and reminder to Judeans to remain pure. The Samaritans were thought of as degenerated Israelites. So, since in antiquity, people and their land were organically connected, it followed that both Samaritans and their land were considered unclean and impure in Judean eyes.
That's
So-
what I meant.
Yeah. So why even go there? Get in and get out if you have to. John chapter 4, verses 7 to 15. A woman of Samaria came to draw water, and Jesus said to her, "Give me a drink." That's very strange. His disciples had gone away into the town to buy food.
Why is that so strange? He's at a well, he's thirsty, he doesn't have a bucket, she does. He asked her for a drink.
The man should not be there. It was noontime, women were supposed to be there.
No, women were supposed to be there in the morning or in the evening. Who's out of place?
The woman.
But in another sense, Jesus is out of place because he shouldn't be there. Do Judeans share anything in common with Samaritans, like drinking utensils?
No.
Why wasn't the woman supposed to be there meeting?
Because, well, we're going to find out in a few moments why. Keep a pin on that. Hey, thanks for watching. Just continue the playlist for the next part of the study. If you have further questions, this is good. They will get addressed, so keep watching. If you found value, please subscribe, like, and share. As always, questions, comments, and criticisms are most welcome. God bless you.